Sorry, the audio's not working. We are
we're good.
live, but,
We're good?
Should we start again or no? Yeah, start from the top.
Matt Daddy,
Lids.
we're good.
we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, wow.
Kia ora, welcome.
Kia ora. Good afternoon.
Go from the top, but just get straight into it.
Yes, you are here with Boys Get Paid, coming at you live from the TAB winning post. It is fantastic to be here at the Ellerslie Twilight Races. We were looking forward to this for a very, very long time, and we are finally here. It's good to be here with hundreds of thousands of people, as the Rackman said. Sorry for the audio issues to get started. But anyway, we're looking at the next race at Ellerslie to get started. Luke, what do you like here, mate?
I believe that there's a very hot favourite in here that Ted may have been all about. His is best bet, but $1.80 for some people might not get them too excited, which is fair enough after maybe missing the price. I was saying before the audio kicked in that a little bit of chat around the Te Rapa function around a Loverbeal. So maybe that's the each way play, but 17s and not really too much money for it. I don't know if that fills you with too much confidence. This race is very, very tricky. I couldn't confidently steer you into anything. I thought you might have liked Windrush, given how close it was to Pussy Gear recently.
I think that's a good horse, but I love the Pussy Gear. But I think I've been put off by Ted declaring Will He Do It is just going to win, which he did to us earlier in the week, Dan, and we got on Wednesday at $4.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he declared it early. He told me very early in the week that he had this one and he liked it. And then as soon as the odds come out, it went from $5 to $4 before I could push the button. So I got on at $4. I'm very happy. But I was just saying before as well that Graham Rogerson's got 4 in this. And if I was going to pick one out of them, I'd go for the Negotiator. So I might, obviously I've had the early bet, so I'm happy with the overs that I've got. But if I was betting late and I didn't get the overs, I'd probably just have a little same race multi, like Will He Do It to win, Negotiator and Loverbeal top 4. You probably get
thousands.
Decent money for that.
That's a big odds punt, mate. Good on you. Well, hopefully you guys have found a few here at Ellerslie in race 5 and 6 as well. Thank you very much for joining us as always. Make sure you do get in the comments. We did say before the audio actually came live that we're going to be doing a full podcast here tonight, which is great. So we're going to be going through all of the races at Te Rapa. We're going to have some best bets later on. We've got Blessed Bet, Harness Hit, and all the usual stuff as well. So thank you very much for joining us. Let us know who you're punting on at Ellerslie. If not Ellerslie tonight, and what's your best bet for this weekend as well. As usual, we're really keen to hear from you. What about the last at Ellerslie, lads? Luke, you got something you liked, don't you?
I've been pretty impressed with all my faith in its last couple of starts. Now, when we were down there at Riccarton, we watched it kick their heads in at Tauranga, beating Santa Catalina.
Yes.
And then it actually came out and won at Pukekohe the other day as well. So it's put two together very, very quickly and doesn't seem to mind a bit of moisture on the track. So I'm just watching the odds of that sort of sneakily move from 4s into that 3 zone and maybe take the shine off Waikato Cup. Now this horse, there's been a lot of form around this horse as well. And you might remember one of the horses that bet called Jetlau that we might have had a crack at down there at Cup Week as well. But I'm trying to forget about that. But this horse has been pretty good as well. So I've actually taken the Exacta, and I'm greedy. So I've gone with all my faith to win, and then Waikato Cup to run second.
Okay.
Now it's around $9.50 is the quote there, and that would be a tidy way for me to finish the day, hopefully getting a collect from one of the 6 races.
Mate, that would be, you like Waikato Cup, you've always talked about it. With all my faith, you mentioned it beat Santa Catalina. That's also come out and won, I'm pretty sure, at Te Rapa last week too.
I think it might have, or did it get beat?
Who was that?
Shit, I thought it won.
I think you might be right. I think it did win. Someone will know.
You like anything in that race, Dan?
Nah, no opinion for me.
Okay.
I'm just following you guys into something in that one there. Yeah, I had my bet on Will I Do It? But, yeah.
No, the last, mate.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying I had my bet on that. I don't have an opinion in the last. I'm going to follow you guys into whatever you go for.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I quite like Maldini in that. So if you like a trifecta, I see Maldini's drifting out a little bit. I can't remember what my comments were on the black book, but it's somewhere around Livid Sky. So let's see. We've already had a couple of punts today, haven't we, that haven't gone that well?
No,
unfortunately.
It's been tough. It's been tough out there. Has anybody backed a winner? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Probably don't let us know your best bet. Just tell us if you've backed a winner.
Yeah.
It hasn't been easy, has it? But we saw a couple of people getting pretty excited out there. The races had actually finished by about 200 metres, and the owners and trainers were screaming this horse home, watching the small stream behind them, which I thought was quite impressive.
Yeah, he was fired up. I'd love to know who that bloke was. You've got one later on in the night, don't you, Luke?
I do, you're right. The Corbourne Heath, Caulfield Heath. It's in race number 8. Now, this horse is Hawkins, and it's $3.90. Now, this horse is very, very well bred. Done deal out of Princess Cope. Now, Princess Cope was a very, very good horse. Now, this horse won at last start only just, but I think from memory, they absolutely cleared them out as well. So I'm going to stick with the breeding in this one. The Moody stable have this horse, and we're getting $3.90. So I'll be having a bet later on tonight at 9:30 on Hawkins.
Nice. That was Addington Races Day that we.
Yeah, the Friday.
Yeah, that was a fantastic punt.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was a fantastic day.
No, it was a fantastic.
It's just the lies I can't handle.
It was a fantastic punt. Dan, I was saying to Luke before that I'm very nervous because we're going to lose money on the Winton harness after this, mate. Have you got a few there? Is that what's happening?
No, I got nothing going on there, but there is Palmerston North harness coming up now.
Oh, God.
So why don't we jump on that and have a crack something there? Why don't we move on from talking about harness? Let's what else we got?
Let's look forward to the Karaka Millions, which is coming up here in a few weeks' time. I think we've had 3 meetings here in the last month at Ellerslie, which is really giving us a good taster of what's to come. We've got 400 tickets to Karaka Millions left. And Luke, the Punters Club is open on Monday.
Yeah, Monday we open that and we start the build to see if we can redeem ourselves after a tough couple of years and the Cup week there as well. But I'm sure we will. I've got a good feeling about it. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like we might be coming into it as underdogs a little bit. But ride us off at your peril. And we can be there to celebrate Ted as well with the work that he's done over the last 20 years for selections in terms of full race day previews. Dan did an amazing interview of him this week. And 10 years putting those into BGP as well. And obviously, as Dan's interview touched on, building the app around that. But it's going to be good to get along here. I think over 450 tickets have gone. So we're at about the halfway mark. It will sell out probably 2 weeks prior. I'd imagine people will start messaging saying, hey, can I get a ticket? And they might be out of luck. So let's keep the momentum going with racing here at the Big E and get in the mix, get your ticket, make sure you don't miss out. We'd love to have you in our area. We've made our ticket price very, very affordable. It's unreal. At $150, you get a meal. You're into the BGP area, part of that atmosphere. There will be giveaways, and there's 4 drinks as well, which, you won't find a better priced event this
To put
summer.
it into perspective as well, the Cuvée tonight at the Twilight Races is like $125 entry, and I don't even know if I think you might get like 1 drink on arrival or something like that. Yeah, so in comparison to what we're offering, as well as obviously the fantastic people are going to be around, that's the key thing. It's such a great event, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. Last week when Dan, you obviously weren't here last week, Luke, but Dan said, the Punters Club's opening on the 16th. We should announce that. And I said, shit, is Luke ready?
I actually don't know if I am. Yeah.
Nah, mate, you'll be good.
Yeah.
But I just told everyone as well, it's probably the last one. So if you're going to get into one and be a part of it, get in.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Hey, good spruik.
Let's get $5 million in it then.
Yeah, geez, watch out. Yeah, actually, I won't say that. Yep.
What about, we've got Sound Cartel, Dan. You've lined them up. Have you got your songs lined up? What's going on with that?
SoundCloud.
I can't tell any joking.
Okay, good.
No. So now I've actually got so I sent it out to you guys, and you guys put some changes in there in different songs. But basically now I've got 6 weeks.
Sorry, can I just say we're sitting here in this amazing facility. You get to watch the horses go past you. You got screens everywhere.
Yeah.
And they head out to the track. They have done an amazing job with this here at the Big E, haven't they?
The TAB winning post, eh? Yeah, all the windows are clear. The horses are going out there. We can.
It's unbelievable.
Pick them from the yard. How good!
If you haven't been here, you gotta come for a look. Sorry, mate. So the song. Sorry, I just got excited.
There's your horse there.
Bailey, God.
Bailey goes good.
Is that will he do it?
I'm gonna be knocking on the windows at the jockeys. Hermione Elliott.
No, so basically what I'm going to do is over the next 6 weeks, each week I'm going to put out a poll for 3 different songs. Everyone is going to get to vote on that. I think I'm going to do it on Friday. So every Friday I'm going to put up the story and do a poll, and then everyone can vote on that poll.
Yeah.
And whichever song wins for that week, that's a song that we're going to play. So There's 6 races, 6 songs. There's probably going to be more songs throughout the night, but those are like the songs that we're going to do in the lead up to the next race.
And we'll be singing along, ripping into it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've tried to find songs that everyone can sing along to. I've got a bit of a mix from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And so hopefully, over the next 6 weeks, we're going to determine which 6 songs we're going to be ripping into.
I was thinking maybe Taylor Swift "Shake It Off" was the one I didn't put down, but I might have to.
I'm pretty sure that's the one you did put down.
Oh,
Yeah, you did. You put some YMCA in there in the mix as well, didn't you?
yes, we did,
Yeah.
Just want me
JD
to get
Vance.
up there with my shirt off and fucking
Yeah,
do it.
good.
Is that what's going on?
I get to see Maddie up there doing the Trump dance.
Oh, no, that is really good fun, eh? I'm sure they're going to be playing some other songs across the night as well. But, yeah, it's something that we wanted last year, isn't
I
it?
was going to say week 1 is the Dude's Bliss.
Yeah, nice.
And then that's going up against Why Does Love Do This to Me by
Oh.
the Dance Exponents or the Exponents.
Don't do it to the
And
people.
then YMCA by
Oh.
Village People. So that's the 3. So it's starting off heavy. You're going to have to vote one of those 3.
That's a good trifecta.
Yeah, it's a great trifecta. So we'll see what happens there. I didn't back that winner. That's unfortunate.
No Jay-Z?
No, no.
No. We're,
Beyonce?
cancelled.
Yeah.
All the single ladies, is that what you're looking for? Or
P. Diddles?
no, the diddler.
Wow. No.
Goodness gracious. All right, well, keep your eyes peeled for that. I think everybody's had a crack at that,
Couple
at
of
that
Warriors,
shared sheet.
Dylan Walker, Sean.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
What,
Israel's
Johnson?
there. That Johnson?
No, it wasn't Johnson.
Okay, all right.
Not
He's speedy. He
Johnson.
can come and join us, can't he?
Absolutely.
Lads, I've seen the dogs up here on the top right screen.
Oh.
They're done.
Yeah, not yet. They got 20 months. And I think they might have a crack at trying to have the decision overturned as well. Now, I'm just going
Okay.
to say, look, I do not know enough about it to sort of pass comment or have a strong opinion. It did seem very out of the blue.
Yeah.
It's obviously a massive shame for all of the people who are involved in racing. I mean, I would, in greyhound racing, I would go out and on a limb and say, well, it's not really going out on a limb. I would say that I don't think that they're deliberately trying to harm those animals, and there will be a lot of devastated people in that industry. So my heart goes out to them, and that industry contributes a lot to the economy and to society. Yes, people may question the social license. That seems to be the term these days. But I guess the concern is, where does something like that stop? But for it to get to that stage, I assume there's been a lot of thinking, go into that, and it's not just kind of, okay, we've given in to the parties that may not agree with it. So again, I do not know enough about it, but my heart goes out to those who are involved in that. And of course, there's contractors, there's caterers, there's people that are, involved in the industry in different ways, and are needing to use petrol stations on the way to work and things like that. So it's not just okay, well, they just turn it off. It will have a flow on and trickle effect, but hopefully those people can rebuild and find other things to move on to should the decision stick.
Yeah, you make a really good point there, and I think Mickey G, I might have seen an article, not that I actually read it, but it was the human effect of the decision, which I'm sure is going to affect a lot of people, like you're saying. So there is definitely a really, really difficult side to it. Is there any concern amongst the thoroughbred and harness racing community that this could build a flow-on effect?
I would suggest that it won't be vocalised because they won't want it to then become a seed of doubt or be planted as the next thing. But I would put it this way: I've definitely heard people in the industry talking about it since, going, okay, what happens to the other codes? But I would be fairly confident that there would be a lot of backlash, and I don't think it's as simple as kind of, some people don't like greyhound racing, let's see if we can have it cancelled. I think there are underlying concerns around the safety of dogs and whatnot that may not exist within harness or Willie Do It should trip to 2.1 or
Windrush into favourite.
Windrush. Oh, because the leaders, Windrush goes to the front, and everything's winning from the front today, so that might be why.
Interesting.
BP's best bet, though, you'd get on Willie Do It. You're still getting unders.
But so just to finish that, I don't know if those same concerns exist in the other two codes, so harness and gallops. But let's not forget too that people jump horses in dressage, in show jumping, and then there's dressage, and there are a number of different variations of this. So, it won't just be the thoroughbred and harness industries going, hang on, what's going on here? It's wider than that. Where do you stop? And I think that's what people are worried about is, okay, what happens? How wide does this go?
Well, horses are rock solid at the Olympics, right? Through
as we just say that.
Is that horse just kicked?
Just drop the jockey.
Horses are rock solid at the Olympics. Dan?
I wanted to say on the dog thing now, I don't have all the details, and it'd be nice if they're really transparent and they share all the information around their report. Who knows if they'll do that. But the numbers that I seen the other day were like in the last racing season, there were like 12 dogs or something that died through racing industries. Obviously, that's sad. And you don't want that. But I also read some information the other day that there were like over 2,000 dogs put down from, like general people owning dogs in Auckland City alone.
Yeah.
So, like, people don't look after the... Like, everyone is righteous and have this, way to, like, put their opinions across. Like, oh, you're horrible people. You don't look after dogs. You're making them run for money and blah, blah, blah. Like, show jumping horses, race horses, dogs, race dogs, all of these, like, all of the ones that are in some sort of industry or, like, people love them. People love their animals. They love dogs. They look after them like they're their kids, and they get really good lives. The amount of dogs you see walking around the street just, like, malnourished and not looked after, it's like, well, okay, should we just ban everyone from owning dogs? Because that they are probably worse off than the racing dogs. They get looked after, they get cuddled. Like, people love them. People really care about them, and they love them way more than I would say, like, your average pet across New Zealand.
I live in South Auckland, and I go to the vet, and every time I go to the vet, there's been a dog that's been mauled by somebody that's not looking after their dog properly and things in just general society. So, yeah, you're right. It's
so we should just ban them all.
Yeah,
well,
so I'm sure the greyhound trainers...
I think the argument is that but these greyhounds have been raced for commercial gain, and as soon as something's about commercial gain, then it's in a different league where people want to have a crack, right? So yeah, it's like I say, I don't know enough about it, but I do believe that a number of politicians voted in favour of. So there's obviously a lot of cross-party agreement and stuff, and again, I don't understand politics, but. Yeah, it's a big moment.
I thought you understood everything, mate. I thought you had it under control.
Mate, guys,
we had a great commercial profit at the Dogs down at Cup Week. I really enjoyed that. It was a great night.
Well,
Windrush is into $2 here.
Yeah, and that was Loverbeal that dropped the Rhino too. So off we go.
Oh God, and it's off to the lead.
Is Loverbeal in the race or scratch?
No, it's scratched. Yeah, hopefully
Windrush is laughed on the inside.
Yeah,
right.
He looked like he was okay, didn't he? In the end.
I was about to say that. But it would have been very bad taste. So I thought it was probably not a good idea. But on the day of the announcement, we posted and said, shit, we have one good night at the Dogs and the tab has been cancelled.
Well, they're spoiling everyone's fun at the moment because the booze shops are closing at 9 p.m. as well. So I don't know what's going on there, but let's not get into politics.
You voted for National, mate?
Hey, I didn't. Right, number 6, Willie Do It, is tucked up at the back, exactly where you don't want to be.
They old Keza and his 15-year-old whiskey.
7's under a ride here. It's your runner, isn't it? Willie Do It. Well, where are you going to go? It's got full of running.
No, the 6 is me.
Windrush.
I thought you were on the Rogerson. No?
Oh, no, I was just saying that is my top. Oh, God, that fucking Windrush is travelling.
Windrush is really travelling. But can they get this Tayako horse at the front? Nothing's been caught from the front today.
Willie Do It's going to have to be good, and could be very good.
Holy
shit. Is this a giant of a horse?
Look at it. Fuck, it better get over the top of them.
Tayako on the inside, or
come on, Willie Do It.
It's just booming home.
Wow!
Willie
Do It down the outside.
Yeah, right
Willie.
down the outside.
Willie Do It.
Go on, Willie.
Of course he will. Yes.
Get him, Ted.
The boys. Tiako won top 3.
And Adam
Joe's bloody juice is going to the background of Fruju himself.
That was Crown Princess in front. That was that the one they were talking about?
Willie Do It. That was a huge win.
That was a huge win. Ted is definitely not retired. I've never seen so many individual horse write-ups from a man that's retired. He's fantastic.
I'm going to have to learn to read again because the write-ups are that long. And very convincing and very hot content.
We love you, Ted. How goes that? Hopefully
boys.
Everybody had got a little Willie. 340.
Somebody.
Windrush second, the Quinella, $1.10. That was
won by a length as well. That is a tidy win. Looks a big horse, that.
PW will be walking around going, yeah, see, they don't all won from the front here, do they?
That's so true.
The track has been playing very well.
Last week he told me, he gave me some statistics. So 51% of runners have been winning in the first half of fields.
Yeah.
And 48% have been winning from the halfway to the field to the back.
Brilliant.
So it's almost 50-50.
I'll give you a stat. We've just had Matt's mum in the background.
Yeah, she's trying to come and have a conversation.
Did she want to jump on, did she?
I think it's a fantastic dress she's wearing.
She looks good.
It's really colourful. Yeah, she's chatting to Adam. You okay, Liz? Yep. No,
What a
she's
woman.
Okay.
What a woman.
All right. Look, she's just coming down to see her son perform. That's what
Yeah.
she did.
Guy Havelt asked if he could come and jump on the podcast earlier.
Gee,
She can.
When I was chatting to him outside, I was like, mate, and he's like, oh, I'm not sure my employer would like it. I was like, mate, they'd love it. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
We got no
bigger
makeup.
audience.
We got no makeup for you.
That'd be all right, eh?
Right, let's punch you on. We've got the winner for the punters there.
All right, we did get the winners there. Last week in the best bets, lads, let's just recap on that a little bit because we had another profitable week, of course, with Queen Zoo. Dan Rack, and you were here to bloody see it, mate. How good was that? Queen Zoo, that was a good punt.
Oh, mate, yeah. I was pretty stressed out at about the 150 because I thought, oh, God, we're not going to get out here. And then it did get out, and it powered through the gap and got over the top of the favourite. Was it, oh, God, I can't remember. Was it?
I can't remember who the favourite was.
Thito, was it? No.
No, Sathito was the one before.
Thito was the one that won. Yeah, it was the other.
Cinnamon was coming home
Some
well.
flea that didn't win.
Whatever, yeah. But, like, it was a very impressive win, and that was, that horse had no business being $9. I thought that at the start. It closed at $7.50. But, yeah, I was very, very happy because, gee whiz, I had a poor day on the punt, and that literally got me out of jail.
Well done, mate.
Allowed me to go for a few beers afterwards and enjoy myself.
Well, I was at a wedding and I wasn't allowed to be watching too many of the races, right? So I missed it, but I went onto the old tab account before jumping into the messages and boom, there was a bit of extra cash there. And I thought, well, that's either one or Fashion Icon, but no. Good tipping, mate. Well done. $9
Very
early in
good,
the week.
mate. I thought Osteria was good too. Irish Legacy might have bumped into a better one, eh?
Osteria, yeah, beaten by Irish Legacy. Very good horse. I had to cop Taz's uncle telling me, well, pal, no, well, that's DC from Tiago to be fair, and that I think you might get beaten by. But I took a little bit of the Quinella late just to, at $3 I got, fixed Quinella.
Really?
Yeah, just to say.
Shit.
Not
nice.
often you pull a Quinella.
No, I can get Quinellas, I can't get multis.
Okay.
Yeah. But I had a multi finishing on Osteria. I think that was nice. I actually backed it to win the Kiwi at 51s. And it's now into 31s.
Well, at least it's not scratched yet, mate.
Yeah.
In a few more weeks, it'll be up to 81s.
That horse is on the way up.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
my tab account.
Yeah, I agree. It's very, very good horse, and obviously the Goats was scratched, unfortunately. The big picture, so he didn't have a bet, and McClenaghan on Sunday, the blessed bet, couldn't get the job done. Ted said that there was a genuine reason. It was travelling
It struck
until the 200.
itself.
Yeah, what does that mean?
So it hit its own leg, and then it's bowed a tendon.
You never done that when you're running, sprinting? And then whack it, oh, boom.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm not that coordinated, but I've never
Gotcha.
done that running.
I just
Yeah.
need to point out that Emily's going around, and you absolutely love Emily. You love backing this horse, so you would have to have a bet, wouldn't you, at Winton?
I'm on.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, no, look.
No, I'm going on Emily for
Got a real
sure.
soft spot. Favourites, Winton. I can't get on the harness yet.
Who's
Within harness, Emily, and then we'll go.
He's in. Sorry.
Hey, well, also just races for the weekend, lads. Fuck, ladies' man was outstanding, Luke.
Mate, you want to go?
Yeah, I just wanted to cut off just before there because I need to acknowledge Scan Man. He had a $12 winner.
He did.
Before
Well done.
my one, it was only probably about an hour before at the Winton Harness or whatever on us. I don't know what they were doing racing harness
Geraldine?
on a Saturday. Yeah, Geraldine, that was it.
How do I know?
Never even
Yeah.
heard of it.
Yeah.
And it was $12 into $8 or something, so there was a bit of money for it. It kicked their heads in.
Has he gone to the top of the ROI board?
He is third now.
Ooh, third.
You're not keeping up with that, Luke.
I need to check the spreadsheet, mate. I think there might be a couple of discrepancies in this.
There is definitely no discrepancies.
Yeah.
I've been very accurate.
Where is
So,
the spreadsheet and how do we get
so
access to it?
Ted's on top. I've shared it with everyone.
Have you allowed everyone to edit it?
Yeah. No, God, no. It's view-only access. So Ted's on top with 15.79.
He's
Units of
Scanman,
profit.
Scanman second, 12.84. The Goats third, 12.5. I'm fourth now with 10.65, and Kemi's is fifth, 10.25. And then Matt Daddy, you're sixth with 3.83. And then it goes into negative from there. We're not going to have a look at my harness best bets because my harness best bets are they're not good.
There needs to be an investigation.
I'm sure Ted's editing that. I'm sure of it.
Someone
No one has edited access to this one here.
It's
Okay.
not. It is really not surprising that the top five are the top five. I think Gasso will squeeze in there at some point as well, but I'm sure everyone.
It actually only takes like one decent winner to turn it up.
Yeah.
I nearly made Steely Man my best bet, and of course it wins. I'm just
course
like,
it won. Yeah.
it's very hard. Like I can see why Ted does two best bets because on a race day when you have to go through and be like, what's your best bet?
Yeah.
Often I'm like, oh, there's kind of two that I like, and it's very hard to be like, which way do I go?
Yeah. It is.
Well, Matt, you found yourself in that predicament this week, haven't you?
I have, yeah, and I had the profit on Saturday as well that I was really keen on, that fucking cleaned them up down at Trentham, and I want to play that the best bet. So it happens all the time, eh? It's a bloody,
that one very impressive. The profit.
Smash them, eh? I reckon it's a good horse.
Ladies man, winning the mile. Are you
Sorry,
kidding me? Are you kidding me? I love Al Sharik, but this horse has had 8 starts at the mile, and I think it's placed or run like 3rd or 4th in 3 of them, and it comes out and wins a Group 1. Like, the man can train. I think the blinkers have done the difference there. Beat Le Creek. Le Creek, for me, as I often say on the pod, very good second up, not very good first up. Third up, think it performs pretty well, but I'm never quite sold on it. I thought that it could get beat, but I backed Town Crier in the end at the quote, and just thought the Harwood form. But no, I would not have had $1 on Ladies Man. So shout out to all those people who did stick with the horse and got paid. Like, that horse has been going around at 3,200 metres and shit. So
yeah.
Well, I went back and looked again, and they've stuck it to the 1,600. It's been like 1,600 3 in a row, but it keeps running on and keeps running on. And then they put the blinkers on, and it was like, that was the difference. And Opie Bossum jumps on.
Yeah, the king.
Like, he is just unbelievable, eh? Like, it's when you look back and you go, how did I fucking miss that? Blinkers on, Opie Bossum. That might be the ultimate gear change.
Yeah.
Like, better than chopping the nuts off.
Or changing the feed.
Yeah, changing the feed, yeah. That might be the ultimate gear change. What have you done? Oh, we put Opie Bossum on, we put the blinkers on. All right, okay.
I also think, and I think I texted you guys that night saying, La Creek went a little bit early, but I've watched it again, and I don't think it did. I think it ran its best race, and it got genuinely beaten. But I'd stick with La Creek. Like, there was links back to 3rd, right?
We're coming around the outside
Emily.
here.
Yellow, Emily.
Yeah.
Good look at this one.
Have it.
My mum delivered Emily Bossum's baby, actually. Oh, Emily
What?
Murphy's baby. Yeah. She's a midwife. So, yeah.
And that's just
a
gone to the
little bit
lead.
of
It's going to
connection
kick their heads in. This thing better not gallop.
there. Why did you tell us not to bet?
I did bet.
Oh,
I loaded up.
Favourite horse. It's your favourite harness horse, and it's won.
can't believe it.
Oh, that
All right,
nice for Queen Elida as well.
Oh,
My favourite
yeah,
harness
here
horse.
we go.
Hey, lads, what about the
Yeah, I like
Concord here on Saturday as well? Obviously, Babylon Berlin got the job done at 54 kgs.
Good horse.
Is it back?
Have to be. Good win first up. Good win out there.
Yeah.
Hard, like those sprinters though. Shit, they're hard to
Yeah.
catch, right? Like, it is just.
They're pretty even, eh? Like Whitag, man, that was a finish. But Whitag
think-
finishes so well all the time.
Yeah, I think they got it. I think people on Berlin got it all her way the other day. Like, it was pretty slow sectionals to the at the front. Whitec was really impressive again, mate. I just begged that they put this horse up to 1,400.
Yeah. That looks at it.
That horse is just praying for 1,400. It looks like it's just going to kick their heads in. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a good race. Crocetti, I don't know, it had its chance there too. Sacred Satono was unlucky. I thought it was coming home pretty well. So they're going to be even. Throw Luberon back in there as well. It's bloody tough to bet on.
They're lubed up.
Crocetti was pretty impressive. If you go back and look at it, like, they went pretty slow, and Crocetti, particularly in the last 100 meters, was coming on and going strong. Like, if that was a truly run race, I think he would have been
on that guy.
Oh wow, that's going around
fantastic.
that was going around the planet and coming back. Yeah, I think if they go at more genuine pace, I think Crocetti would have been in that race, and so would a Whitec. So I'm not discarding either of them. I think that race was set up for Babylon, but take nothing away. She'd done what she needed to do. I just feel like in a Group 1, there's going to be a lot more pressure, and I think that it's going to be a bit more even for some of these other ones. Oh, Joel's Juice
We
is
got
coming.
breaking juice.
Yeah, breaking juice. Joel got one for us at Kembla Grange. He's got Artifacts.
Artifact.
And the next paying $6. Race 5 in 4 minutes' time. We better have a bet on that, eh, Joel?
Artifacts.
Artifacts. the
Oh,
next
number
at
one.
Kembla Grange. If you're just tuning in with us, thanks very much for being with us. We're live down here at Ellerslie in the TAB winning post. There's a huge party going on at the front here for the Twilight Races, which we'll be joining after this. But as always, it is great to have you with us. We will be getting to the comments at some point. We're just bloody chit-chatting at the moment and loving what we're doing. So keep your comments coming in. Let us know what you're betting on in the last. Hopefully you got something from Willie Do It. Let us know what your best bets are this weekend as well, because we will get to those. Just before we do move on to the Te Rapa races, Dan, last week we talked about Wexford and how good they're going, and they've got 3-year-olds coming out their bloody ears left, right and centre, and they got the Quinella in the Bone Crusher Stakes. Sethito got it all its own way and got the job done. I still loved Prosegure's run. I still thought in the last 50 metres, boy, that was a good finish.
Very, very good. You might have seen in the story when I was filming my one, Queen Zoo Get Home, and I turned around and there was all those guys screaming.
Yeah.
They are the owners of Prosegur.
Nice.
And so they were screaming at me after Prosegur won, telling me next up they're going, is it the 8-carat classic is over 1,600 metres on Boxing Day?
Shit.
So up to the 1,600 they were saying, yep, that's it. And actually when you look at it, you go, oh yeah, that horse got 1,600 metres all over it. So I'll be having a crack at it. But yeah, that horse looks like,
Sethito or Prosegur?
No, Prosegur looks like a Derby horse.
Oh,
yeah. There's still Kiwi chat, 1,600 metres, still Kiwi chat. But then they've got like 1,500. They've still got 2 others that are talking about for the Kiwi as well.
There's all sorts, mate. Yeah.
On.
Speaking of Derby, do we need to get to the Derby tip, or we come to that?
Oh, no. Yeah, sorry. I didn't add that to the run sheet.
We've got a Derby spruik tip for you here, team.
Yeah, we do. Hang on, let me just...
Run at the Love Track on Sunday. The horse was best bet of Ted's on Sunday, and we've heard some bully that it could be winning the Derby.
I think you should just share this email on the social media, right?
Great idea.
Outrageous.
I tried to take a screenshot the other day, but it was actually too long to fit into one thing. But what I'll do is I'll just spruik it for everyone. So Leighton Howe, the guy that bought Chair Wolf and still part owns Chair Wolf, he also bought Lupo Solitario and sold it for $1 million to Hong Kong.
Must be nice.
I think the guy knows how to buy a horse or two.
Change the feed on that.
I think he also at some point had $2,500 at 100 to 1 on a Queensland Oaks winner. So I think the guy knows how to punt. He's also won punter of the year.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, the credentials are there. But so he's emailed me on Monday after I seen him at the races, and he said, "Good to see you at Auckland, Dan." He goes, "That winner that paid quite well on the last paid quite well." I think he was talking about Queen Zoo. He said, "I see BGP made an Interplanetary their best pick." At Te Aroha, great odds, $2.50 fixed. He said, you need to push that for the Derby, March 8th, Auckland, 18 to 1 fixed. Just so you know, we'll run the 2,400 with ease. Handles slow to good 3. Drops a bit and relaxes like a lamb in the running. And when the speed is on, his sprint is lethal. Craig, who rode him, was super impressed. Derby all day. He won't be sold, so he will be running in the New Zealand Derby. Said the race pathway, his next start is the Salva, the 12th of Jan over 2,100. And then he said he will either trial or go over the Avondale Guineas, 2,200, late February. Derby, the 8th of March, and then on to the Australian Derby, the 5th of April. He said he has pulled up super from Sunday's run, 8 up, and is a happy horse. He has a light 7 to 10 days led up and then heads to the 12th of Jan. We're confident for the Derby and we'll be strong.
Isn't it winning the Australian Derby based on that
as
too?
well?
Was that what was happening?
I think it's won everything after reading that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Leighton Howe or Graham Rogerson.
I'm in. Chips are in. Let's go.
I got on.
18 to 1 I got on as well. I had $200 on it, 18 to 1.
Yep.
Thanks for your message, Samboa T. How many blokes you guys hooked up with in the toilets today? Oh, mate.
I think so.
Yet,
not that I can recall.
But if you
talking about comments,
yeah,
I've actually...
If you pop down, I can hook you out with a swift elbow to the jaw.
While we're talking about this, I wanted to bring up a comment that I had...
here we go.
I had last week from this guy called Ben Stortel. And he put it on one of our videos, and he said, need to change your name to Tab Gets Paid from Boys Get Paid. And I said, all right, Flea. No, I didn't. I said, hey, Ben Steltel, what's your best bet this weekend, mate? Give us something over $2.40 and let's see how you go. And he came back to me and he said, we'll go for Trent, the meeting 4, race 10, Melly Mason at $3.70. And he goes, you know what? I'll also give you another one, meeting 4, race 4, It's Amelia each way, 26 and 550. Both of those fleas came nowhere.
What's his name?
No offense to them. Ben Stortel.
Ben's got a story to tell, and it's not
And
good.
he had a story to tell, and I just said back to him, I go, how do you go, lad? And he goes, it's easy tipping winners, isn't it? And that's not having a go. It's just like, mate, Like, it's hard to tip a winner every single week. The boys get paid. We've got fucking positive ROI.
Yep.
If you followed and you had the same units every week and you were a responsible smart gambler, you would be making money.
I'll tell you the best thing you can do, story to tell. Tell some stories, build an audience, and then tell everyone who those winners are. Is that the GOAT? The GOAT's on TV. Look at him.
It's the goat
Get
down
out
at
of here. He's at the Palmerston.
Was he wearing jandals?
Look at him, you ask him what he's got in the
I
next.
really respect that.
But
There's
that's the thing. Like, if you got all these winners, just build your own audience and tell everyone. And you build the audience by tipping so many winners that everyone wants to tune in to find out what they are.
Yeah.
And we'll all tune in and back them, and hopefully we'll get paid, mate.
Few comments here as well, lads. Good old Timmy Vogel's not going to be on Noodles tonight because he bet on Willie Do It. So
how good.
Absolute legend. How good's that?
Ted's messaged me a bit earlier saying, into $2.20. Gee, they've backed it. I'm not sure. Oh, Willie Do It's equal favourite for the Derby at $10.
What?
But Ted was a bit worried out there, but it's obviously a good horse.
Edgar Patterson, the Scam Man's dirty self on harness tip is on in 36 minutes. Screaming home on the live stream. Good to see you, Ed.
Beauty.
Somebody's
Who's that?
commenting on some of your Edgar Patterson. Some people are commenting on your Greyhounds comments as well, and they're totally agreeing with you. So, yeah, good on you. Thanks very much for your comments. We are going to move on to the races coming up at Te Rapa on Saturday, and we'll get to the best bets too. So keep your comments coming in. Let us know what your best bets are. We'll come back to those after we've run through some of these races coming up. But, geez, the racing doesn't stop, lads.
No.
And holy shit, Te Rapa race 4, the Kalazuzu Stakes. Our favourite horse is back, Snazzy Tabby.
Nazzy.
Only paying $2.20 last night when I looked. It's probably paying $1.20 now, but I don't know. It's just going to win, isn't it, Luke?
You had to have a go. If it's a bonus back race for some, $2.10 now. Backed it. It has trialled very, very nicely, and we get to see the grouse colours on Snazzy and Bella Waters, which was very good, beating Pearl of Alsace the other day. But yeah, this is a pretty strong field, including Campionessa, the camper, with Opie Boston back aboard, and goes very good at Te Rapa as well, and doesn't mind knocking around on the 1,600 metre mark, winning 4 from 10. So track distance, 3 from 3 at Te Rapa at the mile, has not won. So 3 from 3, Campionessa. So I could see the punters going, okay, maybe we can have.
Do you know how else is unbeaten at the track and distance?
Snazzy.
Aye.
4 from 4. We could get excited about that. But yeah, I exactly about to lead into that shit. Maybe, just maybe, Snazzy's going to be still way too good for them and just put them away. And obviously the TAB don't want to find out, opening the horse up at 2.2.
Did you see its trial?
Massive, wasn't it?
Unbelievable. I mean, I don't know the horses are behind. I think it was Darcy's Angel or something, but I hardly got asked for anything, and it beat it by about 6 lengths.
The juice boxes stopped.
We might have got second or third, though.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The one there.
The number 4, was it?
No, the one.
What happened, Joel? Oh, no good.
Juice
all
box.
right,
That's
unfortunately.
right.
That's
That's
okay. We got the winners on the first, mate. That's all right. Hey? Oh, it galloped. What?
It was a galloper,
It was-
wasn't it? At
I've
pace.
had a bit on there, Joel's juice.
Okay,
That's
Dan,
it.
we're talking about Te Rapa race 4, mate. It'd be good to get your thoughts on this as well. But my thoughts just off the back of Luke's is I don't really know where to punt because I only want Snazzy Tabby to be on. I really like Hio Sassbomb. I reckon that's a really good horse, but I'm not sure it can beat Snazzy Tabby, and there's no point having a play on it at $1.70.
Yeah,
Love
close.
Bella Waters as well. I don't know, even like a same race multi in here is not really worth the dollars that you're getting, right?
This is what you do, mate. You take all of the money that's in your TAB account and you gamble it responsibly on Snazzy Tabby. And then after the race, you go, I've got double the money that I had before, and that's it.
Do you reckon
Simple
it's
as
going to
that.
drift out, though,
It's going to...
with Campionessa and Opie Boston?
Don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
The only thing, but they've ticked it over pretty well through that trial as well. Dropping back, to the mile, but loves the mile. Yeah, shit. This is, I don't know. It's just going to be a.
Snazzy Tabby will start at $1.70.
Okay, there we go.
All right, so we're all on
We're on top.
Snazzy Tabby.
The party started outside. I can hear it.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah, the base is going. Righto, race 6. We need to get through this so we can get out there. J Swap Sprint Group 3. Chaffee is another one of our favourites, the Noble Snowball.
Into 4s, and maybe you just need. I did take a Noble Snowball early. I went all in. I'm all in Te Rapa race 2, into Snazzy Tabby to win, into Jaffe. 50 returns, 1,953. Now, Jaffe, this horse was.
What was the first one?
I'm all in race number 2. You got to beat a pretty good horse in there, Maricato and Damas Rose.
You reckon the leg up are
God.
going to boost Damas Rose?
Oh, well, that'd be a shock. Yeah.
Definitely.
Look, Jaffe was very unlucky last start, wasn't it? Well, I thought it was anyway.
Yeah.
But coming up in barrier 14 is like, oh shit, barrier 14. But the punters don't seem to mind. 5.5 into $4. We nearly actually blessed this horse and thought, you know what? Should we? The horse that I thought was a little bit rough in this that I didn't mind was Little Bit of Love. Now, it's drawn out in barrier 12, but Lisa Allpress is riding out of her skin since coming back. Now, this horse was in behind Babylon Berlin, but it's now second up where it's not one first up. It's second up, it's 1 from 1. It's won 3 times at the track. It's 2 from 2 track and distance. This horse, could just sneak into, one of those top 3 placings. So I'm thinking about having sort of a Jaffe top 2 and a Little Bit of Love top 4, same race multi, and seeing what I can get priced up at.
Wexford as well, mate. They are on absolute fire. Those are some stats. I didn't even look at that. Dan?
I love Jaffe. I think Jaffe's just going to kick their heads in. And I'm going again because I was in for a big collect last start when I was going for the Noble Snowball. I'm just going for the Noble Snowball again. The other one that I think is a chance in this one, and it's one that'll always just come out and just piss you off when it wins because you'll be like, oh, fuck's sake. Carmen Line. It's drawn 6 as well. It's only 55 kilos. Vinnie Colgan, the O'Sullivan-Scott combination that's just been on fire. Like, second up, it's run a second and a third. Sorry, track and distance, run second and third. Carmen Line at 750 and 270. You cannot dismiss that horse.
It'll need a start now.
So what about Wits End back to the 1,400 metres? Not up to the quality?
We want that good track, baby. We know good horse needs a good track. But
it's going to be good by Saturday. It's sunny tomorrow. You're right.
Is it?
It'll come back, yeah. But, fuck, it might be heavy at the moment, after all the rain we've had today.
Oh, it says it's a soft 5, but I don't know
what the weather's going to be. It's going to be sunny tomorrow.
Is it?
So, by Saturday afternoon, you'd think it'll be a good fall.
I'm done trying to figure out weather and stuff. Like, I've got no idea. Every time I try and guess what the track's going to be, like I say it's going to be a good 3, it comes up a heavy 11. So
okay, so you're
Jaffe could be an animal though, eh? Like, could be an animal.
I think Jaffe is a superstar.
So you boys are around Jaffe and a Little Bit of Love. No interest in Wits End. Perhaps Carmen Last might get the job done. You never know. I'd put out a preview in there. It was second behind Babylon Berlin first up, and it was only 2 lengths off La Creek in that Auckland Thoroughbred Breeders' Stakes as well. It has run some really good races in its time, and I don't know. I've just got a bit of a feeling about this. And top 4, $3.
I thought Flea in the pink.
Sorry, I've been taking the harness at Palmerston off.
Well, in preview,
it's going to be beaten. It's going to be beaten.
Rack man, who's this? The 5 coming home.
It's Palmy North. What was the goat on there? Yeah.
I messaged him. I asked him. I said, we've just seen you on TV. Back.
Okay, righto. Te Rapa Race 8, the Sky City Hamilton Waikato Cup. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, the Waikato Cup.
Yep, Waikato Cup.
The Waikato.
There could be a best bet in this from one of the lads, I believe. Now, look, I don't know. I think we'll let the best bet talk to this one. But I was going to have a little bit of something on Sassy Lass. Now, this horse, again, goes very good at Te Rapa, has the track and distance. We want a soft track, though. So I thought at $11, if I was going to back against the best bet that we will talk about, then, I mean, the Odyssey, it's just been...
Why not that?
Kind of let us down the last couple. Kind of let us down. But maybe you have to stick with...
Dan?
The way I'm going to play this is I'm going to do same race multi top 4. I'm going to go Testify Me and the Odyssey both to run top 4. I don't know what we're going to get. I think we'll probably get maybe $4.50 or something.
Yeah.
I can't write off the Odyssey after its last start. I thought
bad.
It wasn't too bad, and I think it was the worst part of the track down on the inside there at Pukekohe. So it wasn't out in the fast lane. But actually, out of stock, I thought was pretty impressive last start as well.
Son of Sun form into this, mate. That's what I was going to ask you.
God, Son of Sun was so good.
Good, eh?
Man, that horse that looked like a horse that's just going to go and kick everyone's heads in.
Horse?
It's
outside of Snazzy Tabby.
Yeah, outside of Snazzy Tabby.
Yeah.
But that horse just it loves Ellerslie. I thought it was going to go to the Dunstan Stayers final, but apparently it's not qualified. So, or it's not, it's not part of the Dunstan series.
Yeah. Have you, dude? I'm just thinking about that Dunstan final on New Year's Day or whatever it is. For some reason, that is a nightmare of a race to tip into because there's these qualifiers in every single region of New Zealand.
And half of the horses that race in those qualifiers are not qualified. You have to pay into that series.
It's the sort of puzzle you need on New Year's Day, you know. I feel amazing. Have a prosperous new year. I'm back in the... see you, mate. Dan's had enough.
It's an absolute nightmare.
Right. Another bit on the derby.
Okay, so you're going to have a go at Sassy Lass. Dan is going a top 4 with Testify Me and the Odyssey.
Where you going?
I'll go with Ted's bet, which we'll get to testify me. But Out of Stock I thought was an interesting horse in this. Mate, is there anything else that you like over the next couple of days?
Next couple of days. Well, tonight, Hawkins, as I've mentioned.
Yep.
Tomorrow, Tauranga. I believe Dan might have a best bet for us.
Is that for Dan?
Oh, thank you.
Or is that you?
Yeah, I didn't mind. Well, there was one that we backed on New Year's Day. Oh, sorry, New Year's Day.
What?
Melbourne Cup Day. It felt like New Year's Day. Masoni, down at Invercargill in race number 8. You can get around 650 on the odd surge. Masoni. And if it comes up a soft track, it's won 2 from 4. It was okay last start, but I think it might be, better than half of these. So a good each way bet in race number 8, Masoni.
Nice, mate. Dan's unfortunately, I love Dan. Once he's had a few beers and there's punting in front of him, mate, he's just
all
off.
over the show. I'm on the harness. I've got to go. He's off.
He's got to find something.
He's been at the tote. He's back in
Here he is. He's
rinsing
back.
a pod. Yeah.
I like. Before we get to me, we'll come to Ted first, and then we'll get to Dan. But Ted's got a couple for us. Ted, Tauranga tomorrow, race 7. Inca Bell paying $4. She's finished second at her last 2 starts, with both those runs being at Tauranga. She can go one better with Opie to ride and take out the last. Ted also needs to remind us that at race 8 at Randwick on Saturday, Gringotts is going around. He sent us a message saying, looking to Caitlin, his unbeaten record. I assume he meant continue.
On? Oh, continue.
Yeah. At 1,600 metres where he's 4 from 4. Hopefully it will be win number 10 of his 18th starts. Ted really made sure we wanted to mention Gringotts. So, yeah, race 8, Randwick on Saturday is Gringotts. And he likes Inca Bell tomorrow, race 7 at Tauranga. Dan, you like anything else, mate, before we get to the best bets?
Yeah, I do. I have a few.
What's the Scareman's best bet here at Winton?
It is Montage.
Montage.
But he said it for top 3 or top 4.
I'm only a win better.
What?
Okay.
Is that best bet?
No, he just put it in. There's like one for the Southland. So there is actually another one tomorrow, Mapalicious. I think it was scratched the other day off. Can't remember where it was scratched, but it's going to run at Tauranga race 1, which is tomorrow. And then I got my best bet in race 5. We'll talk about that in a bit. But another one that I put out last week that was supposed to be running at Rosehill, How Dare You? It was a $9 shot last week. It got scratched because of the very heavy track. But it's going to run at Canterbury tomorrow. Of course, the bookies have brought it into $4.40. So
Mint. Cheers
that's
for that.
good. So we missed the $9, but that's all right. And then there's another one, a horse called Pirelli, racing race 9 at Randwick, $6.50 and $2.25. So Randwick, meeting 11 race 9, $6.50, $2.25. That's Pirelli. How Dare You? That's another James Cummings one. Canterbury race 8, meeting 17, $4.40 and $1.80. And then Mapalicious, I think, is a very good bet in the first at Tauranga. Bonus bet back race, $4.50 you're getting at the moment. And I'll be on that.
That meeting code number is really important for all the punters to know about. I've been looking at the Facebook messages, Luke, but is there anything anywhere else I should be looking for messages from people, or Instagram or anything like that? Or no?
Rip into a couple
Just
of them.
Facebook? No, we've done those.
Oh, okay.
I like Te Rapa race 9 Francie. That horse was my best bet last week, and fuck, it's paying good money this week again. And last week it just did not even get a run at the May. Stepping it up to 1,500 metres this week. It's got a bad barrier draw, but it sort of goes back mid to later on in the field, and I think I could just see it on that big Te Rapa track just booming home over the top of them. I almost made it my best bet. I was so gutted last week because I really thought that was going to win. You know,
it was very unlucky, Francie. Like when I went back and watched it a couple of times, it's like, it just never, like it was, they didn't even pursue it.
There was there was just no chance.
So definitely I'll be back in that again, and we know with the best bets, like we've said it all the time, you know, remember Risque Ruler?
Yeah.
The goat had his best bet, comes out next up, booms over the top of them and wins.
Hey, how about the Hooch on Saturday afternoon at Caulfield in race 9, lighting up?
Hooch
Is it? The Hooch again. Hopefully it's a good track.
Yeah. What? Are we backing it or no? You haven't even looked.
No.
If it's a good track, I'll be backing it.
All right. Okay, good. Let's get onto it. Right. Let's get into the best bets for this weekend. I think we'll come back to the blessed bet. We'll do that with the goats best bet.
Start with the harness?
Dan, why don't we start with the harness halo, mate? Because it's your harness tip of the week.
Oh, we don't have a harness halo anymore, mate. We've got it for a harness hit.
Well, we need to update the run sheet.
No, I've just updated it. Oh, you been on the Wi-Fi? So the harness hit this week. I've actually just taken the bulls by the horn this week. I think a few of the lads are a little bit gun shy because
They think it's jinx, ladies and gentlemen.
They do think it's jinx. That's why we changed the name and everything.
13.
But you know what I've said? That's enough. Like, I've had enough of this shit. I'm going to pick a winner, and it's going to kick their heads in.
Love it.
Alexander Parker, race 4, a horse called Congrazia Love. Now, this horse won the Northern Trotting Oaks a couple of years ago, and then it had a little bit of an off 4-year-old season, but it's come back as a 5-year-old. It's had 2 starts. Its first start was pretty good running on. Second start came back, ran over the top of them very, very powerfully, and it looks like a horse that's sort of like built out and got a little bit stronger now. Now, this week it is against a much stronger field this week, but it has drawn barrier 1, and I think it can get a nice run on the inside. Now, if it ends up in the trail, or 3 back on the markers, watch this field to start to break up a little bit and watch this thing to boom over the top late. We're getting $5.50 out to $7. This horse opened at $8, backed into $5.50. We've pushed it back out to $7 and said, do the zigzag and take a bit of that, and that's math.
Man's not very confident, is he?
Oh, mate, I need to get a bet on now. Congrazia Love.
Took me into that. Morning.
Righto, you want to go Scam Man, Luke?
The Scam Man, his best bet is at Addington in meeting 8, race number 3, Styx Jewel. Now, this is STYX, the Styx Jewel, at $3.70 and $1.70. Last week showed that she looks like she is getting back into some nice form of a very good third in what looked to be a deeper race. Would only need to repeat that effort to go awfully close in this. A nice way to kick off your day.
Scam Man is going for back-to-back punts there as well. He got a $12 winner home this week, so hopefully he can get the shotty home. Markham's best bet, Addington race 10, Better Be Sharp. Really consistent pacer who should relish the opportunity on offer here tonight from a good barrier draw tomorrow night. Not a deep field this week, and given he's likely to be on speed throughout, it matched really well for him to go close to winning, if not at least running top 2. That is Markham's best bet, race 10, Better Be Sharp. Dan, what's Gasso on, mate?
Gasso has got Addington meeting 8, race number 8, a horse called Muscle Sass. Class act back to the mobile, should be going forward from barrier 7 and will prove very hard to beat over a significantly drop in class. I think this horse actually is stepping back quite a long way in class. I think Fitzy, Scanman, and Gasso love this horse. And I think meeting 8, race number 8 at Addington, Muscle Sass will be getting the job done for the lads.
As Matt watches one of his favourite horses, Harvati Ardern, lead them up here at Winton.
Montage. There's Scanman sitting outside the leader.
Oh, it's parked, mate. That's an issue.
Yeah, but it's just come around. There was 3 back on the outside.
Well,
it just needs to run top 3. Oh, hang on. You're win better.
Montage could be a national voter. Looks like it's going to go straight past Ardern there. In the meantime, Fitzy's
see what you're saying.
Fitzy's best bet, meeting 8, Addington, race number 2. So he's going before Styx Jewel. Lake Isa, I believe, or Lake Elsa? Lake Elsa, of course it is. Gets in the race ridiculously well. Gets a top junior on informed barn. Hard to beat.
Fuck, look at this.
Pull the plugs on this thing.
Yeah,
Pull the plugs on
the plugs.
The champagne plugs. They're popping the champagne.
Pop the champagne. Let it go.
This thing on the inside.
Have you backed it? Have you backed it on the nose?
I didn't back it. Couldn't do it.
Oh, it's going to get rolled, bold and arsehole here, is it?
Hold on. It was just beating that thing on the inside.
It just needs to run top 3.
Oh,
and it's going to run 4th.
Oh, God. That's not helpful.
Oh, God. It's going to run 4th.
Oh,
it's run 3rd, is it?
It's got 3rd.
Has it kicked back? Is it number 2?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's right. Holy shit.
I didn't know if there was a horse in between them, but
let's get us back on the Gallop's best bet.
Dan, your best bet, because it's tomorrow at Tauranga, mate.
It is tomorrow at Tauranga, and I've gone for meeting 4, race 5, a horse called Pro Boy. This horse was excellent on debut, behind Richard and I, actually, funny enough, who thought this horse had a bit of quality on the synthetic. It was an eye-catching run behind Saxon Silk's last start over the 1400 at Te Rapa, who has form behind your horse, Matty, called Checkmate. To step up to the 1600 looks ideal. From barrier 6 can hopefully get a nice spot with some cover and then be too good for them late. $4 and $1.80. Pro Boy. I'm going to go back-to-back, boys.
Get it, boy, get it. The GOAT, he's going to Te Rapa, meeting 2, race number 5, a horse called Yaldi. Has a clear class edge on his opponents, despite only being a 3-year-old in 65 grade. Stable in form and looks like a solid tempo will be set, which will suit from his soft gait. Now, this horse won, and then it went to Australia. Didn't quite perform over there, has come back, trialled very well, and should kick their heads in on Saturday.
And that's why we've blessed it.
Certainly, $2.15 out to $2.50. As the horses start to go past us here at the Big E, the Big Moisty.
That's a lot shorter than we normally take for a blessed bet, but the GOAT must be very confident.
Oh, this
I'm going to come back to you after me, and then Dan, you finish off with Ted's best bet. I'm going to go here, race 7. Oh, sorry, not here. Te Rapa, race 7, Swainiest Day. Dan, I know you really like one in this called Miss Bo Peep, but I've said for a few weeks now that I think this horse, Swainiest Day, is very, very good. It ran around a little bit here at Ellerslie last week and only just missed Twain by a head over 1,100 metres. Steps up to 1,200 metres, where it did win last season. I feel like this horse is a very good horse, so I'm prepared to take it at $3.50, but I think it might be a little bit longer on the day. So I'm going Swainiest Day in race 7. Luke?
I'm going to go down south, Invercargill, and give them a little bit of love. And meeting 6, race number 6, a horse called Ears Back. This horse was a little bit stiff last start in the Group 3 Tab Mile, getting crowded late, but only finished 2.5 lengths from the winner. That's at the mile. This is the first time this horse is going to go up to the 2,200 and up over ground, but it's 3 from 3 at the track. Now, a year ago, they went from the Tab Mile into a 1,600-metre race. The jockey, which is the same jockey, straight to the front, catch me if you can. They couldn't. They put 3 lengths on them. I think we're going to see the same tactics. I think the horse is fit. They're going to step it up. It's $7, so I'm keen to be a part of that spectacle.
ROI is going to be straight back to the top, Luke. We've got a good track.
We do need a good track,
Have we got a good track?
We need a good track, and it never rains in Invercargill, so I would assume so.
Apart from today.
And it's probably 35 degrees or something, isn't it?
Oh, fuck. Dan, where's Ted going, mate?
Ted is going to Te Rapa, race number 8, a horse called Testify Me. He reckons it was a great run to finish 3rd in the Wanganui Cup last start, over 2,040 metres. Has won 2 from 4 at Te Rapa and steps up to the 2,400 at start 5 this time. Looks ideal. Earlier this year, he won the St. Leger at Trentham over 2,600 metres, and then next start won the Hawke's Bay Cup over 2,200. Look for him to be finishing strongly in the straight. $6.50 and $2.40. I don't know if you remember this horse, Testify Me, but very early on in the season, I said I was going to make it my best bet at $12 and $3. And I got talked out of it by someone. I'm going to name him.
Shit.
But they also said another horse that's turned out to be a little bit average. Actually, race today could turn me on. And I didn't take it because I didn't follow my gut. And I like what you did today, Matt, because I said that I love that other horse, Miss Bo Peep, and you said, no, I'm going to follow my gut, and that's probably going to trust the process and probably going to pay dividends.
Let's wrap ourselves up so we can get out for this last race, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm feeling fantastic. Had a couple of exports down here, and we're ready to go. Thank you very much to everybody that's joined us tonight. And if you're listening late to the podcast, hopefully you've listened to it before you can get on or you still got the opportunity to get on some of our best bets. The lads have been going very well. We always appreciate hearing all your stories and winning money off the tips. So good luck with that. Thanks very much, lads. I'm looking forward to tonight. Let's go get fucking stuck into it.
Let's
go find a winner in the last. I've got a multi-finishing on my Cabell, so hopefully we can do that.
Cabell, Dan, what are you on the last?
I'm on the one that you
Yeah, look, I'm on both of them.
All right.
I've got Willie Dillard into it.
Yeah, all right.
Good luck if you're going to crack at that. Thanks very much, guys. Catch you later.
Thanks.